The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Baseball Sports Network. Let's start again. The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and/or future. Good morning, afternoon, evening. My name is Ron Chuckett. Welcome to the program for the 17th day of February, President's Day, 2025. And today we have our first of what certainly won't be our last of games in New York, or at least in the Bronx, as the Yankees and the Indians go at it on a Wednesday night, May 9th, 1956. You have two good pitchers going at it today, and someone is going to get their first win of this replay. Is it going to be Herb Score of the Cleveland Indians or Don Larson of the New York Yankees? And we got people in the chat already. How you doing, David? Red Sox are on Wednesday. I believe they play Washington. The Red Sox and Senators are in first and third places in the American League. There's no East. Meanwhile, the Yankees are still reeling, kind of, because we're so early in the season, from getting swept down in Washington to start the season. Yankee baseball, according to Sean, is just fine by him. Well, that's good. You're going to see a lot of them. They are a good team. So that's the setup for you. It is Herb Score and Don Larson on a beautiful Wednesday night in the big old ballpark in the Bronx. It's the Indians and the Yankees. It's the class of 54 versus the class of 55 on May 9th, a sister's birthday, as a matter of fact, 1956. Next, as Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1956. Today, from the Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, it is the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Indians. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So Don Larson, who really had a great year in 1956, 0-2 so far. He'd only start 20 games for New York. I didn't realize that. An earned run average of .330. He's 27 years old. Knight Rider. I don't think it's the same as David Hasselhoff and Kid. Fastball, mid-80s. A fly ball pitcher. His last start came against the Athletics on May 3rd, so 6 days rest. A 6-1 drubbing. He went 6 1/3, 110 pitches, 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned. A home run, he's walked 3 and struck out 4. He had 2 no decisions against the Red Sox, and Washington beat him on opening day. 30 innings for Larson, 18 hits, 11 runs, all earned. He's walked 2, or allowed 2 home runs, rather. He's walked 14. Don't get ahead of yourself reading these numbers, Ron. And struck out 15, but yet his ERA is only .330. The lineup he'll face today: Jim Busby leads off in center field for Cleveland. Bobby Avila is at second. He'll bat second. Al Rosen, future Yankee GM, goes third and will play third. Vic Wertz cleans up at first. Al Smith in right will bat fifth. Rocky Colavito, as someone else said, will get sent down at some point over the course of the year. Will bat sixth and left field. Chico Carrasquel will bat seventh and play short. Jim Hegan behind the plate goes eighth, and Herb Score on the mound calling the game, batting ninth, and Larson can go 130 pitches. Ferguson Jenkins had a no-hitter for David. Wow. In AMPA in his own replay. That's good. 12 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a 5-0 win. Who do you know hit? Is he with Philly or Chicago in 70? Defensively for the Yankees, Elston Howard, a 6 3 at left. Mickey Mantle, an 8 and a 9 in center. Hank Bauer, a 6 and a 5 in right. The infield, Andy Carey, a 5 a third. Gil McDougald is the shortstop. He's a 7 and a 10. Phil Rizzuto's days are pretty much numbered. Billy Martin is a 6 and a 9 at second. Bill Skowron a 6 at first. Yogi Berra behind the plate. He's a 10 and a 9. And Larson is a 4 on the mound with a .923 fielding percentage. Busby at 186, a home run and 10 RBI. And so 75-degree afternoon here in New York, a beautiful day in the Bronx. Larson is ready, and so are we. Busby in the left. Howard, a lot of room. However, that will be gone. He ran out of real estate, and Busby homers to start the ball game. So 1-0 New York, or Cleveland rather, on Busby's second home run of the year. Hooked down that foul line, and it's a 1-0 ball game. Pitch for the Cubs. He no-hit the Expos. Did Ferguson Jenkins. That's awesome. I can hear Jack Brickhouse. Hey, hey! Whee! Brings up Avila at 231, a home run and 5 RBI. That's pretty awesome. Pitch to Bobby. Popped up behind the plate. Yogi has it for the out. 1 away. This is a big ballpark, and there's a lot of room behind home plate, too. Al Rosen at 242. No homers, 7 doubles on the year already. This is game 18 for Cleveland and 20 for the Yankees. And Rosen has driven in 7. Larson deals. That's in the shallow right. Martin going out on a rainmaker. He's out on the grass. Bauer ran in, but Billy will make the catch, and there's 2 out. Only the second you've had since you were 16, and you're 61 now. I've only had 2, and they were both by Yankee pitchers. Vic Wertz hitting .213, 3 homers, and 10 RBI. One was an Action PC Baseball. Didn't do it as a stream. Jim Bouton, for the 64 Yankees, I think took care of either the White Sox or the Orioles. The other one was in a game called Strategic Baseball Simulator. Hands up if you remember that one. Pitch to Wertz. Struck him out. Larson got him on a full count, and that will do it. So the Indians, a solo homer from Busby to start the game. Who does he think he is? Ricky Henderson? 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and they don't leave anybody on. After half an inning, Cleveland won. Here come the Yankees. To finish up the no-hitter story, so I was doing a double elimination top 8 teams from 1978. And so it was Catfish Hunter, whose arm was pretty much dead by 78. Beat the Philadelphia Phillies, no-hit him. Herb Score is 0-4 on the year. He's a 20-game winner in real life, with an earned run average of .434, coming off his Rookie of the Year campaign. He throws it hard, a fastball at 94 and a fly ball pitcher. He has been beaten by teams that aren't necessarily very good either. Last time were the Orioles on the 4th, may the 4th be with you, in a 6-4 loss, 7 innings, 131 pitches, 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. That was his easiest outing as far as pitch count's concerned. Every time else, he's gone over 150. So Score 29 innings, 28 hits, 17 runs, 14 earned. He's given up 3 home runs. That came to Kansas City, of all people. I think we did that game, as a matter of fact. 19 walks and 27 strikeouts. Here's how the Yankees will line up. Sean remembers Strategic Baseball Simulator. That was a heck of a game. Hank Bauer leads off in right. Billy Martin at second will bat second. Mickey Mantle in center will go third. Yogi Berra cleans up behind the plate. Yogi's 9 home runs leads the American League. Bill Skowron at first will bat fifth. Gil McDougald at short going sixth. Elston Howard in left bats seventh. Andy Carey at third, or Max, depending on how you want to do that, will bat eighth. And Don Larson on the mound goes ninth. Score can give you 150 pitches. Defensively for Cleveland, Colavito in left. He's a 3 and a 9. Busby, who's already homered in this game, a 9 and a 7 in center. And Al Smith, a 6 and a 6 in right. The infield, Al Rosen, a 5 at third. Carrasquel, a 6 and a 7 at short. Avila, a 6 and a 6 at second. And Wirtz, a 5 at first. Hegan, a 9 and an 8 behind the plate. Score, not a great fielder, a 2. How you doing, Andrew? With a 909 fielding percentage. How much when did that change over to rain for you, Andrew? We had just about a foot here in Burlington, or 30 centimeters, depending on what part of the world you're in. It's the biggest storm we've had in this city in 2 years. Hank Bauer at 216, 2 homers, and 6 RBI. Score deals. Rotten Bauer right back to Herb, first base side, throw to first, and there is 1 out. For Billy Martin, Alfred at 179 and an RBI. He has struggled. Score deals, and Billy draws the walk. So, decent-sized house here in New York today. Mickey Mantle at 312, 6 home runs, and 15 RBI. Yeah, a pretty good player. Got him. Score got him to chase a full count fastball 2 away. For Yogi Berra, lefty versus lefty. You got about 6 before it changed over. Okay. Yogi hitting 378. Yogi's the one having the Triple Crown run right now. 9 homers. And get this. In 19 games, Yogi has driven in 26. It turned to sleet. Ugh. 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 We got some of the high winds here. We did not lose power in Burlington. Places around the state did, because it turned to sleet and then the winds kicked in today. In fact, I still think there's a wind advisory. Yogi has also, by the way, scored 19 times on the replay. Berra into right center. Smith will run in the alley and make the catch, and that'll do. Yankees, no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave on a runner, and after 1-0 Cleveland. Cody says, Happy Monday. Southeast Missouri projected for 5 inches to a foot tomorrow and Wednesday. Wow, we're not supposed to get anything out of that. Certainly would be the most we've had in a number of years if the upper end is reached. Going to be too far to the south, I think, for us, at least what they're projecting so far. Al Smith at 234, a home run and 5 RBI. Larson starts the second, struck him out. An 0-2 fastball inside, 1 away, got him looking. Here's Colavito, Rocky at 300, 2 homers and 4 RBI. It's a rarity for Cody. It's slated to be all snow. Yep. Crud, or crap, I can say that, is what you normally get in those warmer areas. Freezing rain, ice, sleet. Pitch to Colavito. That's into left. Back goes Howard. That's well hit, but Ellie will track it down, and there's 2 away. Here's Carrasquel, 188, 2 homers and 6 RBI. Andrew went to college in Missouri and was halfway between St. Louis and Springfield. He ran into a couple by the name of Homer and Marge and scampered back home to New Hampshire. Pitch to Chico. Struck him out. Larson got him on an 0-2 fastball looking. No runs, no hits, no errors. And after an inning and a half, it's Cleveland 1, the Yankees nothing. Tennessee in the Nashville area, they're looking for 3 to 5 inches. I still think that if you do get an expansion baseball team, it should be the Cats. Nashville Cats. Dun, 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 dun. Bill Scourin, Gil McDougall, Nelson Howard, and 29 guitar pickers in Nashville. Scourin at 225, a slow start, 2 homers and 10 RBI. Score starts the second, struck him out, a 1-2 fastball in there at the knees. How you doing, AP? And all Scouring could do was hear that ball hit the glove. Here's McDougald. Wasn't it McDougald? They got beamed in the eye by Score, or Score got beamed by McDougald. Wasn't in 56. McDougald at 349, a home run and 6 RBI. At the bluffs out of the way, Missouri tend to miss out on the snow events, though. I think they're prepping for some good snow this time. You got anything high enough out there that you can ski? Nashville Stars is already the name. McDougald hits a ground ball to short. Carrasquel throws to Wirtz. McDougald running, and that's an error. So Gill is going to reach on Chico's third error of the young year. And McDougald will hold it first. It was low, and Wirtz went to go get it. Elston Howard, not a great start. 147 and 3 RBI. Nashville Cats is the name of the arena football team. Oh, yeah. Definitely not, at least naturally. There's an artificial skiing place in West County, St. Louis. Likely one in KC as well. Score deals. Struck him out. That's 3 for Herb. He chased a 2-2 fastball. Andy Carey at 208, no homers and 6 RBI. Got him. So Score is dealing. Carey chased, took a 2-seamer, and Score is taking advantage of the Yankees not being patient. No runs, no hits. They leave on another runner after 2. Cleveland 1, St. Louis, New York, nothing. So Hagen, Score, and Busby to face Larson here in the third. Jim at 226, a home run and 5 RBI. Larson starts the inning, and Hagen draws the walk. So Larson snaps the ball back in his glove. Don, not a paradigm of control. In 180 real innings, he walked 96 and struck out 103. It was 57. Thank you, Google. The thing is, with the hard pitchers of their day is Ryan Duran being the prime example of that. They didn't know where it was going. Scouring and Carey play for the bunt. Pitch to Score. It is dropped down. Scouring on the grass goes to McDougald to get the lead runner. They throw to Martin at first, and Score is not doubled off. So it goes 3-6 on the fielder's choice, 1 out for Busby, who homered to start the ball game in the first. Larson opening 9, 38 pitches, 2 1/3. That home run to Busby, a walk and 3 strikeouts. The thing is that there were so few hard throwers in that era, how are you forever remain 90, that you intimidated batters just by, you heard it. You heard it hit the glove. Today, there are so many hard throwers. What did I see? There were more Tommy John surgeries in 2023 than there were in the entire decade of the 90s. Pitch to Busby, runner on first, fly ball, left center, Mantle. That really is Death Valley out there, and Mickey has all sorts of room to make the catch. 2 out for Bobby Avila, who's 0 for 1. So Score on first, 1-0 Cleveland here, top of the third, 2 out. Larson deals. That's into left field. Howard is going way back, and that is long gone. That's in the bleachers out there. That is a pick and a poke, and the Indians go up by the score of 3-0. On Avila's second home run of the year, he's now driven in 7. So Larson, who gave up 19 in real life, has given up 2 today. Goodness gracious. Buffy St. Marie. So Avila makes it a 3-0 ball game. And now I'll bring up Al Rosen, who's 0 for 1. Into right. Bauer will make that catch, and that'll do. However, Cleveland takes advantage of that one hit and a walk. 2 runs on the 2-run shot by Avila. And after 2.5, it's Cleveland 3, the Yankees nothing. How you doing, John? So Larson stepping in. Don is 2 for 10 on the replay. He has singled twice and struck out once. Score deals. That's into shallow right. Smith running in, rides a Schwinn, makes the catch. 1 out for Bauer, who's 0 for 1. Score 45 pitches for his opening 9. 2 1/3, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Cody says he unfortunately believes that about the Tommy John surgery. Sadly, the benefits of velocity for a player's career foul outweigh the issue. Yep. Hard, daring people to hit it. You put something, because today's technology is so good and hitters are so smart, especially with the fact that such crystal clear video is there, you can't nibble. You can't nibble at 87, 88 anymore, because it will get powed. The odds that Tommy John, the odds that Tommy John and Tommy John surgery was amazing. Imagine that. How could he not figure that one out? How you doing, Big Dave? Yep, we did the solo D2D for those of you who watch it on YouTube. Goes live for Dave's non-members tonight at 6. That was fun. Staying warm, John. Cold day here. Wind chill about 5 below 0. Biggest snowstorm in the city in 2 years. Now 30-mile-an-hour winds today. Bauer is 0 for 1. Pitch from Score. Struck him out. That's 5 for Herb. 2 out for Billy Martin, who walked his first time up. There is a ground ball past Carrasquale, and Colavito will pick it up. Martin with a wide turnaround and can't, but will hold. First hit for the Yankees. Here's Mickey Mantle. He struck out his first time up. 3-0 Cleveland. 2 home runs here, as Cleveland, with the wind blowing in from right center at 4 on this 78-degree afternoon. My sister's birthday, T-minus 24 years. The 1956. Mother's Day week. Actually, it'll be after Mother's Day. Pitched to Mantle, and he walked him. Forgot where I was going with that. Brings up Yogi Berra, who's 0 for 1. Martin with a hit. Yep. So first and second, 2 out. Score deals. That is laced to second. Avila is there, and that will do it. No runs. The Yankees get a hit. They've left on 4, and after 3, it's Cleveland 3, New York nothing. So Ward, Smith, and Colavito to face Larson here in the 4th. I did my best to try to find a 1956 picture of Yankee Stadium, and could not do it. This is obviously a picture, not a painting, from the collection of ballparks I got for Mark Shaw. I will tell you that this picture is from between 1967 and 1973. And the reason, when we hit that, you'll notice that the seats are blue. And the ads there for RC and Anderson and Schaefer and all that. And so, and that scoreboard out there in right center, which you can see, which I was told repeatedly by the people on Baseball Fever, that scoreboard was not braced. They did not need to put braces there. They're decorative. They're braces. Was installed after 58. So this is the last look of the original Yankee Stadium. The foul poles are orange, and they painted the frieze white. So I know way too much about this place. Pitch to Wirtz. Struck him out. That's 4 for Larson, and 0-2. Just got him on the outside corner. Brings up Al Smith, who struck out his first time up. You had an RC the other day? Nice pic. Yeah, it is a nice picture. I prefer the pictures over the drawings, although, again, that collection that you can find at the Action PC Community website is fantastic. It really, really is. AP can't wait for opening day. What's your team, AP? I haven't had a regular sugar-filled soda in about 20 years. One that I've finished anyway. That Moxie that we did on the channel. Obviously, it's sugar in it. Al Smith struck out his first time up. 1 out, Larson dealing. That is laced to McDougal, 2 out. Yep, from the local Dollar General. McDougal made a leaping catch, and Hot Sarah appreciated that. How much did you get in Saranac Lake? Calavito 0 for 1. I bet you got the wind. Pitch from Rocky to Rocky. Ground ball past Martin into center field. Mantle will throw it back in, and Calavito has the third Cleveland hit. 2 out for Carrasqual, who's 0 for 1. He struck out. Mr. David is ready for the Red Sox on Ness, and JT hopes that going all right, staying warm. A foot on top of the 2+ that you had on the ground. I saw that the World Junior Nordic Championships this weekend were in Lake Placid. Oh, the wind is brutal everywhere today, yeah. I was watching some of that on YouTube up at Mount Van Hoburg. JT, I'm going to say this, for those of you who are friends of mine on Facebook, I post because I knew that some people weren't catching this about parking bans and such. And some people reacted angrily to it. That's not something to be angry about. When we get a bunch of snow, they got to get the streets cleaned off. And so, living in the city, cars are parked on the street, and that's just to get your car off the street so it doesn't get towed, so they could run those plows and clean everything up. And I believe we've had a parking ban the last 2 nights, but that nothing to do with anything sinister. It's just for snow cleanup. Yep, the Action PC community is in fact great. Chico struck out his first time up. 2 out. Calavito on first. Larson deals. That's up the middle. McDougal snapped through to first. Chico running, and he is safe on the bang banger. So an infield hit. First and second, 2 out for Hagan. Jim walked his first time up. That is Lace to third. Carey picks it up on a hop, goes to Martin for the force there, and that'll do. So the Indians threaten. They get 2 hits, but they do not score. They've left on 2. After 3.5, it's the Indians 3, the Yankees nothing. So here are the standings. Why are you not showing the standings? Oh, there we go. Because I've got a heck of a lag. That's why. So, let me refresh that. In the American League, the Red Sox are 10-6. Cleveland 10-7. Washington is 11-9. The Yankees are in 7th or 6th. But they will come out of that pretty quickly. In the National League, Milwaukee, technically Brooklyn because they've played many more games. Brooklyn's played 18, Milwaukee's played 11. Brooklyn is in second place, but actually leads by a game and a half. Then St. Louis, Cincinnati coming on strong. Then the Giants and the Pirates and such. So Jim Lemon, who you'll see on Wednesday, leads the American League in hitting at 403. Yogi with 9 home runs. Mantle with 6. And Roy Sievers for Washington has driven in 26 along with Yogi Berra. Brewer for the Red Sox leads in ERA with a 1.32. And Billy Pierce has struck out 32 for Chicago. So Scour and McDougal and Howard, Don Larson is living proof that there's no such thing as a perfect game or no-hitter jinx, because according to Mickey Mantle, Larson couldn't stop talking about it in Game 5 of the 56 series. His numbers in 56 were great. A no-hitter I could see. A perfect game, oh my goodness, how the heck did he do that? We have a parking ban on the street overnight, December 1st to April 1st, and Saranac Lake. That makes sense. They can't do it here. There's 40,000, and it's college season here, so you can't do that. Bill Skowron struck out his first time up. That is a ground ball bounder to Wirtz, and Vic will take it for the out. One away for Gil McDougald, who's 0 for 1. Struck him out. 6 for score. A 1-2 fastball. McDougald chased it. It is a clear day here, and I don't know what time the Yankees would have started their day games. But at some point, those shadows would start coming over and just make it hard for the hitters. I mean, Curt Schilling joked about in 2004, the Yankees' 2 secret weapons are at the stadium, Mystique and Aura. And certainly in this era, especially in October, and especially with the banners coming into play, yeah, all that in a bag of chips, which they did not say in the 1950s. Elston Howard struck out his first time up. Score, delivers, and that's number 7. Herb is dealing. He chased a 2-2 fastball, and after 4, it's the Indians 3, the Yankees nothing. So score, now up to make 2 score. Busby and Avila, both of them have homered in this game, to face Larson here in the 5th. It's Hegan. Okay. Unless you get your photos from Lance Powers Ballpark now. Look, no, Paul, this is from Mark Shaw's thing. I used to get them from PC Ballpark, but I think all the retro ones have been taken down. I mean, this is quite the collection. Again, I want to say 70 or 71 here. I bet somebody could take this picture, blow it up, look what's on that scoreboard, go to Baseball Reference and cross-reference it and find it. The Marlboro ad out there was 70 because if you watch the first ever Monday Night Football game, you can hear Keith Jackson, "Come to where the flavor is, Marlboro country." And where it says line up there for New York, that's a Datsun ad. D-A-T-S-U-N. Score has reached on an error and scored. So scored. Which again makes him 2 score. Larson deals. That is a legitimate hit into right field, and Bauer throws it back in. So that's the 5th hit for the Indians. Busby homered, started the game with a solo shot. Larson, 71 pitches, 4+ innings, 5 hits. The homers to Busby and Avila, a walk and 4 strikeouts. Growing up in Brooklyn, remember walking to school and seeing the old trolley tracks that were exposed in certain spots. We had trolleys here in Burlington, AP, and they were all ripped up. In fact, there's a rather sad picture of them burning in the celebration of one of the trolley cars. DJ John, go Indians, how are you? Nicholas, go Cleveland. Nice to have you along, Nicholas. Thanks for joining us. Pitch to Busby. As soon as I hit the button, that's into center. Mantle coming in, and we'll make the catch, and score goes back to first. For Avila, 1 for 2. Bobby with that 2-run shot in the 3rd. All 3 of Cleveland's runs have come on the long ball. And way out there in Death Valley, too. I suppose, since I'm kind of preaching to the choir here, the flagpole and the monuments are in play. It was 463 to dead center there. When they remodeled the ballpark, and it's amazing now if you take a look at the remodeled Yankee Stadium, with this, how much of that they preserved. You wouldn't think about it, and people didn't like it at the time, but the outline is there, especially when it first opened up, because out there in left center, the first few years of the remodel place, it was 435 out there. Pitch to, come on, hit the button. There's a ground ball to McDougald, might be 2. Martin for 1, Skowron for 2. So, halfway home on this windy, cold day in Burlington, Cleveland 3, the Yankees nothing. Does JT Dutch live in Orange County? Celebrating what? Cars, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't alive. Mike Terranova, how are you? Nice to have you along. Join us late. Here's how we got here. 3 runs, 5 hits, an error for Cleveland. And the Yankees just have a hit off of Herb Score, and that's it. Jim Busby started the ball game. Second home run of the year, 1-0 Cleveland. Then Avila in the third put one way out there in the bleachers, his second of the year, to make it 3-0. How about that? How could I tell JT from that? Herb Score, 4 innings, a hit. He's walked 2 and struck out 7. Don Larson, 5 innings, 5 hits. All 3 runs are earned. The 2 home runs. He has walked 1 rather, and struck out 4. Demo says that Cleveland logo looks like you after too much coffee. Andy Carey, 0 for 1. Some of those logos from the era look like that they were drawn by people with too much coffee. The Tigers one from the 30s would scare the snot out of any kid, I'm sure. Carey 0 for 1 with a K today. And that's back up the box. Score. Snares it. Throws to Wirtz. 1 out. No, it's an error. He threw it away, and it goes down the line. Score gets charged with an error. So Score that one for Score. And Carey ends up on second as that one ends up in the stands. And somehow found, you guessed it, Keith Olbermann's mom. So Larson's, boy, he should not bunt here. He's not a good bunter. 0 for 1 today. Wirtz and Rosen playing for it. Carey on second. Larson's going to swing if I can hit the right button. And that is up the middle. Avila throws to Wirtz. That's just as good as a sacrifice. Carey moves to third. The Yankees have a runner on third and 1 out. For Hank Bauer, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Score, just the 1 hit. 83 pitches, 4 1/3. He has walked 2 and struck out 7. Score did something that was exceptionally rare from any era before Sandy Koufax came into vogue, which was strike out more than he did innings pitched. 263 in real life, 249 in the third innings. Highlight at Heyday does his best work after a cup of joe. Don't let Marilyn hear you say that. Yep, JT, who's seen Easter bunnies from the 30s, look absolutely terrifying. You see what I post on, the cute stuff I post on a daily basis. Have you seen the early models for Mickey Mouse? There are 70-year-olds that still have nightmares from that stuff. Bauer is 0 for 2 with a K. Score with a runner on third deals. That is past second base. Smith will pick it up, and the Yankees are on the board. Carey scores with ease. Just the second hit for New York. And it's a 3-1 ball game. Here's Billy Martin. Martin with the first hit of the ball game for the Yankees. He has singled and walked. How you doing, Triple G? Martin rips this one past Carrasquel, and Colavino picks it up. Bauer will hold at second there. So first and second, 1 out for Mickey Mantle. Yankees feeling their oats now. Mickey has walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. So Score, who had been in control the first 4 innings, now with 2 on and 1 out, with Mantle, Barra, and Scour now to follow. Score deals. Mantle popped it up. Third base side. Rosen pretends to give chase. And somebody from Yonkers makes that play, and it's 2-strike count. So Mantle now behind the 8 ball here. If Score can get Mantle, it makes his life a lot easier. That is in the left. Colavito retreating, turns, and watches it go. That's why you don't chance it. Mickey Mantle, 7th of the year. It's a 3-run shot, and the Yankees, bing, bang, boom, lead it 4-3. 317 feet. A pitching wedge down the line. And just like that, the Yankees take the lead. And if you want to complete the Mill Allen, it is going, gone. Ballantine blast from Mickey Mantle. Well, I don't have any Ballantine. I got a Dunkin' iced coffee because when the wind chill is 5 below zero, you reach for an iced coffee, right? Yogi Berra, who's 0 for 2. And that's why. Yep, Steamboat Willie was terrifying back in the day. Absolutely. However, he's in the public domain now. Good luck with that. Pitch to Yogi is into right field. Back goes Smith. And that ball is gone. And for Yogi, that's number 10. It is a 5-3 ball game now. And the Yankees have a 5 spot here in the 5th. 40 years before the song came out, there are people who are now twitching at the constant playing of Cotton Eye Joe. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Blah, 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 Cotton Eye Joe. How about that? Back-to-back home runs. Scourin is 0 for 2. Herb Score has lost the script here in the 5th. Struck him out. That's 8 for Score. A 1-2 off-speed pitch in there. Score, remember, a 20-game winner in 56, is in danger now of starting this replay 0-5. Here's McDougald, Gill 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Is Cleveland playing baseball or throwing batting practice? Well, they were playing good ball up until a moment ago. You voted for Cleveland. It's your fault. 53-47, the poll for Cleveland. McDougald struck him out. 9 for Score, but the damage is done. 5 runs, 4 hits, a 3-run homer from Mickey Mantle, and a solo shot from Yogi Berra. And after 5, it's the Yankees 5, Cleveland 3. So Rosen, Wirtz, and Smith to face Larson here in the 6th. I'm not sure that most don't know that Cotton Eye Joe group is Swedish. Pitch to Rosen, who's 0 for 2. That is a ground ball to short. McDougald to Scourin for the out. Wirtz is 0 for 2. He is struck out twice. Up the middle for a base hit. So Wirtz is on. 6th hit for Cleveland. Here's Al Smith, 0 for 2 with a K. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Yankees. They've left on 4. Cleveland, 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and they have left on 2. Larson deals. That is into left field. That will drop in front of Howard. Wirtz will hold. Howard got a late jump. Remember, that is a big outfield out there. So first and second, 1 out for Calavito, who is 1 for 2. What was it with those right field foul distances in New York and Brooklyn? Well, ballparks were built to the size lot that they were given or that were purchased. And so they shoehorned in the Polo Grounds. I don't know the dimensions off the top of my head for Ebbets Field. I'm sure someone will pull it up for me. And so you got at the Polo Grounds, it was 480 to dead center and 250 down the lines. That's just was the size of the lot. Same at Fenway, 420 out there in the triangle and 300 down the lines. You bought a block or you got a block. You named it Jenny from the block, and you built the stadium around it. Calavito 1 for 2. He's got himself a single. The all-Swedish concert. Oh, goodness. Red Hex opening for Roxette with ABBA as the headliner. Where was Ace of Base? Yeah, where was Ace of Base? Ebbets was 297 down the right field line, and the Yankee Stadium was 296 with a 3-foot fence. Pitch to Colavito. That is a base hit past McDougal. Howard has it. Wirtz, does he get around third? Oh, he got back. So they are loaded for Chico Carrasquel, who is 1 for 2 with a single. So Wirtz on third, Smith on second, Colavito on first. They'll open for Roxette and Abba, who doesn't want to talk because it makes me feel bad. So Cleveland not taking that 5th inning lying down. Pitch to, Berra and Larson have a word. Pitch to Chico is a base hit over Martin. Wirtz will score. The bases remain loaded, and it's a 5-4 ball game for Hegan, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. That is a ground ball to McDougal. They're going to try for 2. Smith will score. Martin for 1, Skowron for 2, erase the run. The Yankees get out of it. So Larson looks at his best friend and says, "Thank you, Snoopy." After 5.5, it's the Yankees 5, Cleveland 4. The Tribe came to fight for sure. My cat is protesting. Elson Howard has struck out twice. Howard, Carey, and Larson to face score here in the 6th. Got him. That's 10 for score. Howard has struck out 3 times today. Score got him to chase a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Again, with all the soft throwers from that era, that is just, I'm swinging and hoping I hit it. Here's Andy Carey. Andy 0 for 2 with a run scored. Highlight Every Day says Ace of Base is his guilty pleasure. I saw the sign. I opened up my eyes and I saw the sign. Pitch to Carey. Got him. 11 for score. How about that? In an era where that would have been a huge number, the 2-2 was Chase. He took something off it. Now here's Larson, who's 0 for 2. Score. Into left field. Colavito going back. Will he have it? No, that's off the wall. And Larson's into second with a double. He hit 5 in 56 and 2 home runs. So Larson's got some pop. 6 hit for New York. So here's Bauer, 1 for 3. A single, an RBI, a run scored, and pretty much like everyone else in the Yankee lineup has struck out. So score, 118 pitches, 27 batters, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 2 home runs allowed. Mantle and Berra back-to-back in the 5th. He has walked 2 and struck out 11. The winner of this game will be singing It's a Beautiful Life. A William Shatnerist dramatic reading. I opened up my eyes and I saw the sign. First music cassette that Paul ever bought was Appa's Greatest Hits. And in another coincidence, was watching an old episode of Community last night and they were playing all Appa songs. And is Herb Score finally reaching his Waterloo here this afternoon? He doesn't want to talk because talking makes you feel bad. Pitch to Bauer is a ground ball to third. Rosen has it. Here's the SOS. Throws to Wirtz. And Bauer's running, but he's out. After 6, no runs. 6 hits now for the Yankees. No errors. They've left on 5. We go to the 7th. The Yankees 5, Cleveland 4. Herb Score can hear Fernando somewhere in the distance. Herb 1 for 2. He is singled and scored as Larson starts the 7th. And Gene Woodling will pinch hit. That will be the day for Score. Gene as a pinch hitter. 2 home runs and 6 RBI. Goodness gracious. 16 for 64 on the replay with 3 doubles. 5-4 Yankees as we start the 7th. In the right center, back goes Mantle, and Mickey will make the catch by the 461 mark. Again, big old ball. When we say it's a big old ballpark in the Bronx, we aren't kidding. For right-handers, it's not very friendly. Lefty loves it, but not a righty. Busby, 1 for 3, homered to start the ball game. Larson, 27 batters, 105 pitches, 6 1/3, 9 hits. The home runs, Busby and Avila. He has walked 1 and struck out 4. That is a ground ball to third. Carey has it, throws to Scourin for the out. Busby retired. Did they have Chevy Chase do any ABBA songs? Bobby Avila, 1 for 3. He hit his second of the year in the 3rd, and is now driven in 7. Larson's pitch struck him out. Stretch time, 5-4 New York. So Martin 2 for 2. Billy has singled twice as 2 of the 6 hits. Scored on the home run from Mantle and walked. Oh, Cal McLeish coming into pitch. Buster, 31 years old. Fastball at 84 and a ground ball pitcher. Making his 7th appearance of the year. 0-1 with a 4.05 ERA. Went 4 days ago. Went 1 inning in a 3-0 win over Baltimore. 20 pitches and walked 2. Big Cal, 6 2/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He has walked 7 and struck out 2. Not who Cleveland really wanted. He's pitched against the Tigers 4 times already. Goodness gracious. In real life, 2-4 with a save and a 4.94 ERA, and pitches like it's 1949. He's going to walk more than he strikes out. Billy Martin, as we said, 2 for 2 with a walk. That is into left field. Colavito going back, and that ball is gone. So Billy Martin greets his new friend rudely with a solo shot. He is 3 for 3 today, and the Yankees go up 6-4. And the words from Stephanie in Full House. How rude. Here's Mickey Mantle. Mickey 1 for 2. Hit that 3-run homer in the 5th. Has hit 7 now. And has driven in 18. McLeish. That is a ground ball past Avila, and Mantle has a single. So the Yankees now licking their chops. Here is Yogi Berra. Yogi homered his last time up, 1 for 3. Now has 10 homers and 27 RBI, and has scored 20 times. Billy Martin having a heck of a day, 3 for 3 and a home run. Yep. Billy, a very good, kind of like the Dustin Pedroia of his day. Just a hard nose. That's how he managed, too. Baseball player full of grit. Pitch to Yogi. That is into center field, and that will drop for a hit. Mantle will hold. And now bring up Scourin, who is overdue. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. So the Yankees showing why they are expected to win the American League by a healthy margin. They just don't quit. Pitch to Scourin. That is up the middle. Another hit. Merrill rounds third. Berra goes into third. Busby throws it in, and it's now 7-4 New York. 10th hit. Here's McDougald, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. So Herb Score in the dugout just kind of buries his hands in a towel on this windy, warm day in the Bronx. 82 degrees, wind blowing in from center at 8. One of the things that you could see from a couple spots in the renovated stadium, but really can't hear, is the subway line that goes past Yankee Stadium. Certainly, from this angle, out past all the billboards in left field. Pitch to McDougald is a walk, and Cal has none stuff out there today. So the bases are loaded, and so is Mel Allen after a number of Ballantine blasts. Here's Elson Howard, who has struck out 3 times today. Berra on third, Scoured on second, McDougald on first. 7-4 New York. McLeish. That is a ground ball to short. Avila for 1, Wirtz for 2. If Elson Howard didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all. Yogi Berra scores. Now an 8-4 ball game, but there's 2 out. For Andy Carey, Andy 0 for 3, has struck out twice and scored a run. So Scoured moves to third. It's not going to take long for the Yankees to get back into first place. They kept doing that. Oh, must have been very comfortable for those players nursing hangovers and playing in those wool uniforms on an 82-degree Wednesday afternoon in New York City. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You imagine. Yep. I don't know what year that Anderson ad went up there in left center field, but I'm sure there was some popped before the game. Of course, the Giants would start playing here in the fall of '56 and would stay until '73 when the place shut down. And I believe it went from left field to first base, the football field here. Pitch to Carey. Slow ground ball to McLeish over to Wirtz, and that will do. But the Yankees may have broken this open. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. We go to the 8th, 8-4 New York. So Rosen, Wirtz, and Smith to face Larson here. Al 0 for 3. That's why I brought it up. It is an RC Cola ad. Both at one point, the Yankees and the Mets were sponsored by RC. It may not have been at the same time. But when those Mets won in '86 on that scoreboard out in right center, it was an RC Cola ad that was out there. Pitch to Al. There is a ground ball to short. McDougald has it. Throws to Scourin for the out. No, it's an error. Oh, that's an error. Uh-oh, Rosen. McDougald, that's his 5th error of the year. And Rosen ends up on second. That found the seats. And Keith Olbermann's mom just batted it down. So Rosen on second, nobody out for Wirtz. Victor 1 for 3. He has singled, struck out twice, and scored. McDougald is in a tough spot here because he is literally replacing Phil Rizzuto, who you can debate whether he should be in the Hall of Fame for his baseball credentials, although he was an MVP in 1950. And Rizzuto will retire or be forcibly retired and make the trip up to the broadcast booth where he would be known for generations of people, even those who weren't sports fans, for not only the money store ads, but from being featured in Paradise by the dashboard light. Wirtz draws the walk. I suppose I should look now in the pen. So Rosen on second, Wirtz on first. We can get Larson through the 8th. That would be great because he's due to lead off the inning. Al Smith is 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. Goodness. Calvin Coolidge, Julius Seixer, Tuscoma McClish, or McLeish. Let me say that again. Calvin Coolidge, Julius Caesar, Tuscahoma McLeish. That is a long name. It's also in the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame. I'd imagine so. Sounds like the password to a speakeasy, doesn't it? RC sponsored the Lakers and Kings out here for many, many years. Did the buses or Jack Kent Cooke own a bottling company or something like that? Pitch to Smith, who is 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Into center field. Mantle waiting, going back. Makes the catch again. This is, an acre out there of land, and everyone has to retreat. 1 out for Calavito, who is 2 for 3. He is singled twice. Calvin Coolidge, Julius Caesar, Tuscahoma McLeish, or McLeish. Wow. Pitch to Calavito is into left center field. Howard will track it down. He's not had a good day at the plate, but he makes the catch, and Rosen and Wirtz have to go back. 2 out for Carrasquale. Chico, 2 for 3 today. He has singled twice, driven in a run, and struck out. Don't believe so, but the sponsorship started after Bus bought the team. Okay, that would make sense. At one point, RC had to deal with the MLBPA, so if you bought the cans, it was like a card on a can, which I don't think they do now because you would want to return it for your nickel. Pitch to Chico, first and second. That is popped up. McDougald almost now on the grass. Infield fly not called. Ray Narleski will come in to pitch. No runs, no hits, and 1 error. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Yankees 8, Cleveland 4. You've been to Silent Cal's homestead. That's in Plymouth. That's not too far from here. Actually, it's closer to you, Andrew, than it is to me. Narleski in the 9-hole comes in to pitch, 28 years old, making his 5th appearance. 1-0, a 6.23 ERA. Picture taken at Yankee Stadium because I can recognize that patina. Green patina, so that's a baseball card pick. Last pitched on the 5th, 2-inning save and a 3-0 win over Baltimore. 31 pitches, a hit, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. So 4 1/3 for Narleski, 5 hits, 3 runs all earned, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. ERA dropped from 11.57 to 6.23. Going to pinch hit for Larson is 1 for 3. The Tabs did a great job cutting your thumb open. And if you remember the song Margaritaville, that's the type of pop top that Jimmy Buffett stepped on. All right, who can hit a righty? And it's going to be Bob Serve. Bob, as a pinch hitter, hitting .444 with 2 RBI. Overall, .313 and 2 RBI. 4 doubles on the year. Because it is President's Day, Calvin Coolidge was staying at his home, or his parental home, in Plymouth, Vermont, when his father got the call, I think it was a phone call, that Warren Harding had died, I think out in San Francisco. And so the father went to wake up the son, brought him downstairs in something out of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas in their stocking caps, swore Coolidge in Plymouth, Vermont. And that is the only time in American history that a president has been sworn in from Vermont. There have been 2 presidents that were born in Vermont, the other one being Chester A. Arthur, also was a vice president that became president, but there's rumors that Arthur was born in Quebec. Shh. Arthur, better known for his public service, I believe, as governor of New York, and Silent Cal, was governor of Massachusetts. Pitch to serve as soon as I hit the button. Struck him out. Narleski got him on a 2-2 curve. 1 out for Bauer, 1 for 4. Singled RBI and a run scored. Margaritaville is still one of your favorite. Yeah, most play. That's right, because DJ John is a wedding DJ. The funny story about Bob Serve is that you remember Casey sitting next to him and saying, "Not many people know this, but one of us is getting traded to Kansas City." And when the Yankees fired Casey Stengel after the '60 World Series, he infamously said, "I'll never make the mistake of being 70 ever again." That's a great story. Pitch to Bauer. There's a ground ball to third. Rosen's got it. Gonna throw over to Wirtz. Oh, you guys are great. That's an out. Here's Billy Martin, who's had himself a day. He singled twice, solo homer, scored twice, and walked. 8-4 Yankees, 2 out, bottom of the 8th. Narleski deals, and Martin again down to Rosen. Al snap throw to Wirtz. Martin just kind of jogging down there, and that will do for New York. They go quietly in the 8th, and after 8, it's the Yankees 8, the Indians 4. That's a great story. Hegan, pitcher spot, and Busby here. Who are we going to go with? In the 9th, it'll be... Who hasn't pitched in a while? It's righty, 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 so I should go with a righty. Bob Grimm, which is pretty much describes Cleveland's chances here in the 9th. Bob, 5th appearance. This is not a save opportunity. No decisions, a 5.40 ERA. 26 years old, fastball in the high 80s. And an extreme ground ball pitcher. Was the rookie of the year in '54. Been about a week since he pitched. He pitched on the 3rd. 2/3 of an inning against their farm club in Kansas City. 10 pitches, a walk and a strikeout. 5 innings, 4 hits. That funny way of how that works out, right? 3 runs all earned. The home run came in a 12-5 loss to Washington. He has walked 3 and struck out 3. So Hegan, Narleski, Knott, and Busby, who homered in this one. Indians 4 to tie, 5 to go ahead. They have 3 outs to do it. Hegan is 0 for 2, has walked and grounded into a double play. And Hal Narragon, Bangagon, Dirty Sweet and You're My Girl, coming in to pinch hit. Narragon, get it on. Does not have a pinch hit. 3 for 7 on the replay, a home run, and 2 RBI. Is that not Casey to the core? So, yeah. Oh, absolutely it is. Just... You imagine with Casey Stengel and Yogi Berra on that team? I mean, it's such a... And I know that the boys of summer, the Dodgers, are the ones that are romanticized, but all those larger-than-life personalities. The one that I thought never got the attention that he deserved was Whitey Ford. When they had the All-Star game in New York in 2008, the year that this place closed down, they had Whitey in the booth for a couple innings with Joe Buck and Tim McCarver. And Ford told stories that I had never heard before and had a great voice. I don't understand why someone didn't turn him into a... He must not have liked it because he would have been excellent. Pitch to Narragon is ground ball to Martin. Billy bobbles it, and Hal's going to reach. Martin was a good broadcaster, too. He did some work with the Yankees between managerial stints. It's a 6th there. So pitcher spot coming up. Ray is 2 for 8 on the real year. And it will be Dale Mitchell. Wouldn't it have been poetic justice if Larson was still pitching? Dale Mitchell. Scouts from Brooklyn looking at him. He's 1 for 4 on the year with a walk. hitting .250 as a pinch hitter. So I'm imagining that he's 1 for 4 as a pinch hitter. Runner on first, and he draws the walk, and now it's first and second, nobody out. For Busby, who started this ball game an hour and 10 minutes ago with a home run. His second of the year is driven in 11. So Narragon on second, Mitchell on first, Busby at the plate. Grimm's pitch. Up the middle, McDougald only plays to first. Scourin's there, and Busby is retired, and everybody else moves up 90. So Mitchell on second, Narragon on third for Avila, who's homered in this one. He homered in the third. 1 for 4. Is also grunted into a double play. So the Yankee fans are nervous now. Not the tying run, but the heart of the order coming up. Grimm deals. That's a ground ball to Martin. Throws it to Scourin. And does the runner score? No, he does not. Last chance saloon now. Martin just stared at Narragon and threw it to first. 2 out for Rosen, who's 0 for 4. Last chance saloon. Earl Weaver didn't have the most pleasant voice. You sound like broken glass if you want the plain truth. He was good in the booth. Perm and all, JT. Him and Palmer, who were not the best of buddies, were a good pairing on there. By the early 80s, ABC had it right. Once they got rid of Cosell, a booth, if they had not promised Cosell the moon and the stars and all that, a booth with just Keith Jackson and Don Drysdale would have been ranked right up there with Scully and Garagiola. Keith was not a huge baseball fan. Pitch to Rosen, 2 out. There's a ground ball to McDougald, and he can't make the play. Narragon scores, and the band plays on. Another error for McDougald. That's his second of the ball game. And now Wirtz, who has 32 real-life home runs, is the tying run in an 8-5 game. Yep, Weaver and Palmer were like that proverbial quibbling married couple. Absolutely. And it made for good TV. So Mitchell on third, Rosen on first, 2 out, and Bob Grimm is looking rather grim right now. 2 errors by McDougald, and 3 now for the Yankees. Pitch to Wirtz. Struck him out, and the ball game is over. He took something off the fastball, and Wirtz chased it, and that'll do. Cleveland gets a run, no hits in the 2 errors, and Grimm is going to go drink a couple of those Ballantines. The Yankees win this one by the score of 8-5. So 2 hours and 49 fake minutes. Poor Herb score. Yankees 8 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors. They leave on 6. Cleveland 5 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors, and they left on 8. It says Mantle the MVP. We'll give it to Martin, 3 for 4 with a home run. Don Larson picks up his first win of the replay. 4 Ks for Wirtz, not a good look. You think I'm not doing that one, Sean? Sorry. It's, okay, I'll do it. Mr. Magoo. The Yankees win! The Yankees win! Sterling sounds like a cross there between Mr. Magoo and a horse. Grimm making the right choice, finishing the game by his own hand. Yep, the errors were piling up. Doesn't matter when you strike out to end the ball game and you need to make contact. Larson, first win, 8 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, all earned. The 2 homers, Busby and Avila. He walked 2 and struck out 5. Grimm, a shaky inning, 1 inning, 1 run, a walk, and a strikeout. He'll take it. Herb's score falls to 0-5. Better days for him. 6 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 2 homers. He walked 2 and struck out 11. Calvin Coolidge, Julius Caesar took a home on McLeish. 1 inning, 4 hits, 3 runs. It all came undone in the 7th. The home run and a walk. And Narleski, a clean 8th. A strikeout and a hit. Berra with that nice big smile. Yeah, yeah. You know, I will say this in all seriousness. I think Yogi Berra is one of the most underrated players in baseball history. He's known for all the quips and being, if you see the fork of the road, take it. But it's no accident that he got the Mets to a World Series, was a coach in '69, was a two-time MVP. He was a bench coach for Houston in '86. Was just a tremendous baseball mind, and as far as I'm concerned, hugely underrated. I know that's hard to believe, but it's true. Other games on this Wednesday, May 9th. Red Sox beat the White Sox 6-5. Herd 2-1. Okay, Ron. Guess this one. Consugra? Anyway, 1-2. Manny Minoso hits 2 home runs. How about that? Drives in 3, goes 3 for 4. Cincinnati over the Giants 6-4. Frank Robinson 3 for 5, 2 homers, and drives in 4. Now has 7. Fowler 2-1. Hearn falls to 1-2. Kansas City beats Baltimore 5-2. Art Ditmar goes to 3-2. Wilson falls to 2-2. Not Arnie Woo Ginsburg 2 for 4, a triple and a double. Detroit 14, Washington 5. Voitek 2-1. Pasquale 2-2. Bilardi 4 for 4, hits his first of the year and drives in 4. St. Louis over Philadelphia 5-3. Polhosky 1-2. Waymeyer 0-3. Rip Rapolsky hits his second 3 for 4 and drives in 2. If you were with us the last stream, you saw that the Cardinals were in a rock and a hard place trying to find pitchers with a doubleheader the next day. You know what they did? It was the Giants that they played, not the Dodgers. They swept them. They swept the doubleheader. When we're with you Wednesday, it'll be the Red Sox and the Senators from Washington, Delac and Stobbs. And then we're with you Thursday for Milwaukee and Cincinnati. And so there you go. There you have it. The final score here on this 9th day of May. The Yankees 8, the Indians 5. The new D&D gets released on YouTube later today. Let's see. Oh, well, I would think that too. All right, so we'll see you Wednesday for more baseball. Have a good one, everybody.